Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Kevin the Barber with another classic. Today is the Rate My Fade again. Told you guys I was going to be posting every single day. I'm going to fix these RMFs on Tuesdays and Thursdays for this break. Hopefully I can continue when I get back to school for my last semester. It's about to be crazy. So just wait for the new content. Hope you guys like this stuff. I'm still not doing the numbers. I wish I just feel like people aren't focusing on the right things. If you guys still really want it, let me know. I didn't really get enough people telling me that they wanted it, but I feel like we're fine here. I feel like we're really helping each other, trying to get better. Leave your comments, let people know. Like, we have a community here, so there are people who can talk to each other, people who know things, people who don't. There are new and old. Some people who send me pictures they're literally their first cut. They said these videos are inspiring them. That's really humbling for me to hear, and I think if we all just continue to stay humble and stay hungry, we'll be able to continue this and get as better and as good as we possibly can. But without further ado, let's get to these haircuts. Alright, so Nick the Barber. I can already tell it's not transitional. You literally like faded just this part, and everything from here up is the same level. Like I've said in videos before, it's really tempting to be scared not to touch hair because you want it to be dark, but trust your fade. It's better to fade too high than to have such a hard weight line right here. Make sure that you focus on the fade that you have rather than trying to keep the top dark, because then it's gonna look like a hat on the side of the head, like wrapped around his head, and you don't want that. The line can be a bit better. Make sure you continue to comb and cut, or just use spritz to hold it down before you cut, so you don't have to continue to comb and cut. But yeah, I can still see a curve here. You can tell when a hairline isn't sharp, because you can see the side of hairs rather than the end of them, and the line right here seems crisp, but over here it's like a little wavy, so just focus on that. Nod the Great. This fade is pretty interesting. I really like this. Unlike the other one, this one he decided to fade really well here, but I don't know if it's the lighting or not, but you can still see a weight line right here. If you understand what I'm saying, you can still kind of fade this out a bit more, but this is an extremely crisp line. I really like this fade. This area is perfect. I feel like it could have been brushed off a bit more for the picture, but it's still a great cut. I would have liked to have this cut done. Nick the Barber, he was supposed to be in the last one, but it cut off before I could continue. Yeah, like I've always said before, make sure you dust off your clients. It's something that is tedious. You just want to take the picture, I'm done with the cut, and you're used to hair being on somebody's head, so why not? But other people aren't, so that's why we do it, and it's more presentable that way. This line could be crisp. This line also can be crisp as well. The fade is a little blotchy. Make sure you're as consistent with your strokes and thorough with the strokes, and comb down this hair, cut it or don't cut it. It's either you're going for a sharp line or you're not. This is like in between. Like, you need to make sure you do that. But yeah, other than that, this fade has a lot of potential. You definitely can be going places if you continue to work. This next one, I can't read it because this white thing, I don't know what that is. This guy said, I think this is a guy who said he's 17 or something like that. Keep working, bro. Keep on working. I started when I was like 15, 16. You continue to work, you can definitely get there. This line is better than that one with the curves, but it still can be a bit more. I don't know, like you've left it up to interpretation to see if this one is actually a hair that has been cut, a hair that's been loose, or what. This corner needs to be hit better. When you hit the corners, it makes a world of difference. This is just not clean to me. This needs to be cleaned up. This area, the separation between the side and the top, needs to be cleaned up a bit better. But overall, this cut is okay, but it still needs a bit of improving. I don't know if he did the face or not either. Nice and gritty. I like the difference between the background and the foreground is pretty interesting. It doesn't look like you touched the face, so I'm not gonna really go on that. At least it doesn't seem like it just faded in here. I usually just fade this out. Some people don't like it, but this really makes the haircut look better. This fade is like amazing. I think it's really good. It seems like he didn't want the top touch, but I still think this little hair right here could have been fixed. But other than that, this haircut is pretty good. I really like this one. Blurry haircut. Like I said, anytime you take these pictures, you want to make sure that the haircut is extremely crisp, because if it's not crisp, then we're gonna have an issue. People are gonna be like, oh my god, I can't really bang with this cut because of it. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. But overall, you know, the blurriness kind of helps with the blurry fade. But I really don't. This picture just makes it really hard to see what I want to see. I don't know if this is like really faded good or if it's not brushed. So I really want, it's better if you brush it to let us know. This fade is all right, but to brush it would make it look a little better. The hairline looks a little sus from the angle that I see it at, and this awkward blotch of hair is just not a consistent fade. This fade is all right too. This fade is okay. Yet again, the line here, you don't want to leave anything up to interpretation. This needs to be lined up, and I need to see the line, the difference between the skin and where the hair is. This is a little dark right here. It's like a, I don't know, a little L right here. I don't know if that's a dent or something, but this is not really much of a fade. Not like it's not like a fade, but it's like there's not much of a difference. It's like a medium type fade, just so you guys know. This line could have been crisp as well. This also could be crisp. It's just, the line really makes a difference. This is an undercut, so like the fade from here to here doesn't really need to be faded, but the line, the undercut itself needs to be clean. So it looks like it just wasn't faded into the hair when it could have just been, you know, crisped up a bit. And right here, make sure you clean that up as well. But it's an alright fade. Harsh line right here. I think this guy said this was his first cut after watching months of videos. This is really a really harsh line. There's a big difference between the difference between a fade and not a fade is a line, and that's really the only thing I have to say about this. There's still hair here and there's no line here, so you either bald it or line it up. But other than that, that's basically all I gotta say for this one. This guy said he's only been cutting for 6 months, and I really don't believe it. It just doesn't make sense. This is clean. I know this line could be better, but overall this cut is crazy. This fade could definitely be better as well. It needs to be like, I know it's not as transitional, it's like in an awkward position, but overall this fade is good. Make sure you dust off or clean up the neck so you can make the entire haircut look good, especially here as well. People forget this side neck when it could easily make the biggest difference between a very clean one and not. But this fade, nice and creative. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Good job, bro. This is clean. This is clean. I have nothing to say about this. Clean line, clean cut, nothing to say. I really like this one. Wow, that thing is pissing me off. Okay, this design is awkward. I don't know what's happening here. I feel like it should have been swooped up in here, and this needs to be cleaner. It's either like the it's like blotchy. This is real blotchy, and it needs to be extremely clean. And if you're gonna go from small to larger lines, it needs to be better than this. Yeah, and this isn't really clean either. Like, I need to see, this needs to be as clean as like this part, right? Kind of like here, but this is still not that clean. Just if you're not using blades, then make sure you're using spritz to hold the hair down and keep going over it. And like I said on one of the other Rate My Fades, you have to line up this area, the top area of the line, and turn that edge around and line up this bottom area too. It won't line it up it won't make it larger if you continue to comb it off the loose hairs, and you can just nudge it. You don't need to, you know, extremely make that line bigger. But if you don't use blades, you got to go over that a lot with the edger to make it as clean as possible. But the hair overall, nice shape. This fade over on this side is all right. The line, that's not a line that I like. It seems like his hairline was pushed back a bit here, but it's still like, this is definite line right here. This is a definite line right here. Partly because this is pushed back, but this line is good. This fade is all right, but the design is where I have trouble. I don't really like that. This fade is all right. This fade is okay. you can see a little line here, but that's the only problem I really have with it. And this right here could be cleaned up to make it look, the hair coming off of the head like this needs to be as straight as the hair on the head, like right here, as straight as the head itself, so it can go and you can kind of like see a straight silhouette, so it can look better. But yeah, even with undercuts, I know people are talking about that too, but even with undercuts, it needs to be like that. Next one, rubs the barber. This is dope. This is dope. I wish I can see the hairline, you know, to make it, you know, make it a little better, but I have no problems with this hair. Nice blend, nice cut. I really like this cut. I really don't have any complaints. And you can see that he balded it out down here with the profile shaver. Nah, I'm not liking this, bro. If you left this line, maybe. If you left this design, nah. This is an awkward curve. It's not, the lines aren't crisp. The design, I'm not feeling it. This little bald spot here is not really, nah. I'm not really for this, bro. The Guerrero 15. I like that you're doing designs, but you should probably work more on the fading aspect before you start doing the designs, because once you get into designs and you're not like focused on perfecting the fade anymore, it kind of makes your fade suffer. So you want to make sure that your fade is pristine before you start getting into these designs, or just get it a little better first, because the overall the fade and the line ain't right, it's just all together not right. If you want to practice your designs, start drawing on paper or something, but this isn't, yeah, this ain't it. Let's zoom into this. This fade is legitimately perfect, bro. I don't see any problems with this joint. Straight line, clean, amazing. Well, this part right here could probably be straight. This picture is interesting though. This is just my, since I'm interested in photography, this is just my, you know, little advice. If you want to take a picture like that, you probably wouldn't want to be in the frame. You'd want to angle it so that you can only see both, but it kind of makes it look a little amateur like. But anyway, this is a great cut, bro. I really like this cut. This cut is all right too. The angle's a bit weird, like with this little area right here, like the darkness. And I don't know if this is where his hair grows or if you literally cut that yourself. But the style is good. The fade right here, you can see that you can, if you want to know if your fade is good, you have to look on the side and see if it's straight. You can see right here it's bumpy, and it's just, yeah, it's a bumpy right here. You just need to clean that up a bit more. It's just not, yeah. Jason blends. I wish you didn't put this here, so I can see how the thing is going down, but it seems like it's like, you guys see, like I continue to look at the direction of the fade while I grade fades, right? So I look at, like, it looks like this line is coming down here, but this line is coming like this, so it looks like a triangle right here, and that's not consistent. You want to make sure every line, like every transition is equally transitioning, but this doesn't seem to be doing that. It seems to be like this diagonal line, this dark line, I mean I can see the line, dark line coming like this, and then the light line is coming straight across and kind of like connecting with that line, so it needs to be transitioned better. This line is okay, it's like one of those natural lines, but not at the same time, because it's, you know, created. Honestly, I don't know if he wanted it there, but I would have wanted this right here to have this separation between the long hairs and the short hairs. This line in this part is a little awkward for me. I don't know if that's what he asked for, then that's fine, but you know, that's all I got to say. Jason blends. First fade ever. That's amazing. Yo, we like you guys here, bro. If it's your first fade, we like you here at RMF. He wanted to leave the top. C. This fade is okay. First fade, this is actually fantastic for a first fade. I didn't even try a bald fade for my first fade. So you're an ambitious dude. Holding it, Alexander. He said to leave the top, yes, but it seems like you actually cut the top because it's just a straight line. So I'm a little confused. because you didn't seem to have left the top. It's not really a flattering haircut, but I mean, it's your first cut, so what can I really say to you? Just continue. Yo, keep up the good work. I would have never done this for my first cut. I tell you that. Let's see. His fade is okay. His fade is okay. I know. It seems like the back you were kind of like that's just the thing. Like when you have light coming straight on it, it can kind of change the fade a bit. So I gotta be worried about that light so people can see what you're seeing. But you can kind of see like a L right here, and it gets like dark over here again. So I need to be more consistent or make sure the light is better. I don't know. I mean, I just need you guys to take pictures where the light isn't harsh on the head, so you can't, like, some hairs don't disappear, because you can see, like, you don't know if this is actually darker hairs or if you actually cut it. That's all I gotta say. I can't really grade the line or anything because it's not in the frame really, but yeah, that line right here is dope. And that's all for Rate My Fade today. If you want to hear Rate My Fade again on Thursday, if you want your own fade in the videos, you're going to have to send it to my Instagram, The Barber's Table, and you get your videos here. YouTube Rampage coming. I am going to be posting a video tomorrow again. I'm not sure what it will be. It will be a surprise. So, thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for all the support. And yeah, I'm out of here.